Hey guys, welcome to the Popular Loners Club. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. As a disclosure, I do curse, so if you don't like cursing, this may not be the channel for you. I also speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So if you are uncomfortable with the truth, then this may not be the channel for you either. But if you can wrap your mind around it, feel free to stay, okay? Oh, let's see what's coming out in the energy, guys. Today is Tuesday, January the 13th. Okay. Somebody can just be really sick and tired of dealing with people, okay? Like what some people think is logical is like you think is like the dumbest shit in the world. You know, like why would someone do one thing and it's I don't know. Somebody could be definitely questioning, you know, what they around, could be wanting to isolate or, you know, go into some sort of isolation, maybe to regain your energy. Somebody could be around you draining your energy. I'm talking about emotional baiting, possibly. Somebody could be emotionally baiting you. Or you can feel like you're being emotionally baited. And that could be because you have like a higher intelligence, higher emotional intelligence. Yeah, I think you have a higher emotional intelligence. You could also be an empath, very high on your intuition. For some of you, you don't even know that you have this. You just have the feeling. You can feel something. All right, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, keep this reading protecting myself and the collective. I ask that you return any negative energy back to sender 1,000 times fold in Jesus' name. Amen. I just got out the shower. I did put on lotion. But why is it no longer on my hands? Okay. Let's see. What do we... Ooh. Okay. Give us a message, please, Spirit. First card out, we have secrets. So some sort of secret can be revealed here. We have innovation. We have decision. Okay. Generosity. I'm gonna pull one more. We have negotiation. Okay. All right. We have Scorpio out here. We have Aquarius. We have Gemini. We have Leo. And we have Libra. Something is about to be balanced. The negotiation. I feel like somebody is going to give someone some grace here. Okay. Maybe somebody is balancing whether they should keep some sort of secret or if they should reveal it in some sort of way. Okay. With the decision card being the center of this read, I do feel that this is a big one. Okay. This is going to be something that is going to determine something really big in someone's life here. Okay. So the secrets matching with the innovation card. Let me pull up innovation. Yeah. Okay, so I do feel like somebody feels like they could be in some freaking matrix. Like things just don't make sense. Um, Certain things that people do just don't make sense. It just doesn't make logical sense to you. And I feel like sometimes you have to try to piece apart these things to try to make a decision whether or not this was something that was insidiously done or something that, people do unconsciously. Just this is what they do, right? I feel like, you're in the middle of being generous or giving some sort of generosity or some sort of grace to someone here, but it's going to take some sort of negotiation, some sort of understanding, some sort of reasoning. Okay, you can give these people grace, but you don't have to stick around, especially if they're not willing to see things a different way. I do feel like if you point out a certain situation here, collective, it could possibly be turned back around on you because someone could possibly feel that you're cold and detached and all these other kind of things. The thing is, healing doesn't always, it's not all peace, love, and light. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have been someone who was all peace, love, and light, and now you're just, you just don't tolerate a lot of things. And now people can be calling you all these things, maybe detached, even cold. Um, yeah, and it's just like you just tired of being emotionally drained. For some of you, a lot of you have energy swapped and not even know it because of being around certain amount of people at one time here. Like the energy just switches and it's so easy to do. So this is why I said earlier that someone could be isolating at this time to kind of clear out their energy and not have to deal with as many energies, and keeping it to a minimum. That can be your decision. Like, okay, I get that people are this way, I get that I can't avoid them completely, but what I can do is I can show some grace and I can negotiate my terms and how long I'm going to be around a particular person, particular group, or whatever this is. So if this is work, it's like, okay, work only, no play. So you're not making friends at work. Okay, you go into work, you're getting your paycheck, you're being as cordial as you can be on a day-to-day, and you leaving, period. That's it. There's no friendships being set to being created on the side or anything. This is your negotiation. This is how you're giving grace, because at the end of the day, we all need money, right? All right. This can be a continuing cycle. Round and round was at the bottom of the deck. Ooh. Someone can be ashamed of their behavior, guilt, embarrassed, in the wrong. It can have something to do with the secret that they're holding on to. Somebody can be guilty of bad news. So, I feel like this is something that somebody needs to reveal here. Okay, instead of wrapping, it's like either it's a good thing or it's a bad thing. This is some sort of bad information that someone is keeping to themselves here. It could be a gang stalking situation where a group of people are trying to make one person feel isolated. Okay, you can know this here, collective. You can know somebody is trying to emotionally bait someone into some sort of reaction here, and this is bad news. This is why you could possibly be wanting to peel back from a particular crowd, person, or energy. Again, these are energy readings, so the energy can also be within our own selves. Okay, so if you are guilty of the act here, collective, just admit it. That's the only way to real healing, if that's what you're trying to do. So somebody knows that something that they heard is bad, and they're keeping this secret because they don't want to be shamed, or they don't want to be isolated, or they don't want to be treated like whoever is being treated this way. Married. This can be somebody you're married to, or there's a contract between you and whoever this is. Maybe somebody wants you to keep their secret that you're married to. Or maybe there's a secret that you're keeping. Maybe someone, again, it could be very emotionally abusive, bait you into emotional situations that causes some sort of stress, embarrassment. This is why you could be disconnecting. This is why someone can possibly trying to bait you into saying things like you being cold. Maybe at one time you were very warm and loving to the person. Now that you're pulling away your energy, now somebody wants it to be your fault. Somebody wants you to feel bad for doing this. Yeah. Chaos, ego, death, downward spiral, spiritual awakening. So I do feel like here go the generosity. Okay, you can understand that everybody is in some sort of spiritual warfare, and to not take certain things personally. But I do feel like it's causing a lot of chaos, circulation. Somebody doesn't know exactly which way to turn, how to be. If this is you here, collective spiritually awakening, you already know that the effects aren't always happy-go-lucky, that there will be times where you feel very chaotic, where you feel very depressed, where you feel like you just don't want to just be around anyone, okay? Where you just want to rejuvenate. It's like repairing your own wounds, repair your own cells, where you don't want to be around anyone at all. But I feel like, yeah, if you've already gone through those stages of feeling disconnected and just feeling drained and tired, like other people around you may not. It's something about you accepting the call. Many people receive the call, but many are not chosen. And what I mean by that, they can be open to some sort of spiritual warfare. They can know exactly what's going on, but they'll stay the opposite because they understand, they know that it will lead them to a role of isolation, okay, where their life would drastically change. So they could possibly be keeping the secrets, but they know the answers. You know what I'm saying? They know the answers. They know what they're doing. They know, who they are, but they're not answering the call. Somebody is definitely, going through a real hard time with this spiritual warfare. They could feel like they are spiraling downward. This can also be the reason for an ego death. Somebody thought that they was one thing and then realized that they were another. We have a love message. This is a negotiation. I feel like whoever is going to send out a love message, this is just something but about the grace. Understanding that people are going through whatever they're going through. Sometimes things just aren't personal, but it's still aggravating and it's frustrating, okay? We also have to remember not everybody is on the same path at the same time. So you might be a little further than someone here that haven't received these particular answers. So this is you sending some sort of grace. This is the negotiation. You still have love for them, but it can be possible that you no longer want to be around a particular energy. And it's like someone has to accept this. But there's something where I feel like they're not. Yeah, they're not accepting this. Firestorm. Endings, loss, mental breakdown. Somebody can be going through a mental breakdown at this time. Somebody is not handling some sort of separation, some sort of decision. They're not handling it good at all. This is somebody who feels like they ended. They're just losing everything. I feel like you've given somebody an opportunity to continuously change their behavior here, collective. And somebody could have possibly taken you for granted. I feel like now somebody is very ashamed of their behavior, and you could be not only sending them some sort of love message but delivering bad news at the same time, meaning, listen, I love you, I care for you, but we cannot be together, I don't want to see you, yeah. I feel like this is somebody that you could possibly be married to, connected to in some sort of way. There is a contract here. It's a decision to either stay married or to separate. Somebody is really fucked up over this decision here. And I feel like they don't have any decision over this here. Like, if I feel like you're making the complete ultimate choice, okay, I feel like you could be fed up over this situation. Somebody got you fucked up. Yeah. Somebody can be real wishy-washy in this particular marriage. Like I said, this is a secret that this person is holding. They are maybe afraid of emotions. They don't really like to honor certain emotions. If you tell somebody how they feel or how they are making you feel, they don't hold or take any accountability here, collective. This is somebody who is making an active decision, an active choice to avoid going through a spiritual awakening. And I feel like you just do not want to be involved with someone who is not doing the real work here. Even though you are being very generous to this person, I feel like you can still have some sort of communication with whomever this is, and they just cannot. They're greedy. That's all I'm saying. They're greedy. It's like they want some sort of information from you, but they don't want to do the work. They want you to help them, but they don't want to help themselves. And I feel like this is a separation, or this is some sort of decision where you're decided to do something independently, walk alone. You no longer want to be a part of a situation here that's keeping you trapped with someone who doesn't want to do the real spiritual work. I feel like this is somebody who gets into your good graces and then they turn back into an asshole. Yeah. Like, I won. Like, I won again. Like, somebody really needs to have an ego death for real. Because somebody is really going to fuck around and find out. I feel like this is somebody who really loves you. They want to send you love messages. Okay, you probably have somebody blocked. I feel like, again, this could be an emotional baiter and don't even know it, but they could possibly know that they are. They know that they're not good with emotions, but they want an emotional attachment with you because you are. Energy swap, energy harvesting. Somebody wants to harvest your energy because you're generous in giving it out. You have a lot to say. You have a lot to bring to the table. Someone knows you're kind. Somebody knows you're wise. Somebody knows that you are actually healing, that you're actually going through a spiritual awakening, that you go through different steps and stages, but you're still generous with your energy. I feel like the decision is whether you're going to stay somewhere but have stronger boundaries, or if you're just going to cut something off completely because someone doesn't respect boundaries at all. It doesn't matter how strong they are. They're going to continue to try to weaken your defenses. We have the Knight of Wands. So somebody could have taken some sort of impulsive action towards you or towards something else. They're embarrassed by this here. They know that they are in the wrong. Somebody could have cheated. Somebody could have went outside the relationship, or somebody could have told some sort of secret that you confided them with. Maybe they were angry with you here, collective, very passionate energy. They could have been very angry, or this could be you. You could have, just switched the roles. This is energy. But somebody, may have needed somebody to talk to. They felt like they couldn't speak to you about some sort of situation that was bothering them within your relationship. That's the fucked up thing about it. And somebody just made an impulsive decision. Now they're guilty. They feel embarrassed. They know that they are in the wrong. I feel like somebody wants you to forgive them for spreading some sort of secret, for sharing your business with someone outside of your relationship. They know that they're wrong here. I feel like, this is somebody who is old enough to know better. Maybe it's who this person decided to, I feel like this is somebody that they knew in the past here, collective, that they used to have some sort of offer or gave some sort of offer to in the past. I feel like this is somebody who knows that whoever they confided in, this is somebody that they should never have confided in, especially when it has something to do with you guys. Yeah, this is somebody went to someone that they once had some sort of responsibility towards. It could be a past lover. It can, an ex. And this is what's making it even more shameful. Because it wasn't someone just random. It wasn't someone that was like a family member or anything. Yeah, this is definitely somebody from the outside that they once gave some sort of offer to, or felt some sort of level of responsibility towards. The Two of Swords, this person made a bad decision, okay? A very, very bad decision. Now, and decision is out here twice. Now, it's something, it's like, okay. This is somebody who wants to avoid their punishment, okay? They want to avoid their punishment. So this is somebody who is logically thinking, if I'm able to replace the collective with someone else, then I won't have to feel the pain that I caused, the emotional pain that they are absolutely trying to escape, run from. This is somebody who has placed themselves in a very awkward situation, but they're still not mature enough emotionally to just go through the pain. Someone doesn't like how something feels. And I feel like this person is weighing options, like just using another to get over you. Especially if you don't want this person anymore. Yeah, we have the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you and this person shared a lot with each other. Okay, there could be a family. Something about bills being shared equally, or just, everything was going just great here. But I do feel like you could have been the breadwinner, or they could have. Take it as it resonates, but I do feel like there's a lot of, you were very generous with this person. I feel like the money was fine. Like, there was never no money issues. It was more so on the emotional level. There's no cups out here yet, but there's passion. So this is definitely somebody who did something like very impulsively with someone that they once had some sort of level of responsibility with, that they shared some sort of financial benefit with, or whatever. They made a really bad decision here, and they messed up whatever they had with you. It was nothing wrong in the connection here. Yeah, we have the Fool. I feel like you're deciding to walk some sort of journey alone. You need some time away from someone here. I feel like this is not someone that you could trust with your feelings, your secrets. This is somebody who was very disloyal and like towards you in this situation, and they could have possibly been this way for a long time, collective. This is why the generosity is coming out here. You was very generous with this person. You continuously tried to give them grace over time. because I feel like you felt sorry for someone for being stuck in some sort of emotional chaos, or afraid to be vulnerable with with themselves. Yeah, I feel like you're about to start some sort of new beginning. You're having some sort of blind faith and you're moving towards a different direction, and this person is not coming with you. You could have given a lot of trust to this energy here until it's like the straw that broke the camel's back. Somebody could have gotten used to taking them back, okay, over and over and over after they caused some sort of emotional pain. Somebody didn't feel like you was ever going to say enough was enough. Somebody didn't feel like you was going to independently move forward into a new beginning. You have the strength, okay? Somebody didn't feel like you had the power or enough strength to do so. Nor did they think that you had the courage. Okay. I feel like you had to pull in a lot of inner strength, okay? All right, it's about to get a little noisy, y'all. I'm sorry about that. We have the Ace of Pentacles to hit the floor as I was shuffling. Okay, I'm going to pull it because I do feel like there is going to be some sort of infinite abundance coming your way here, collective, for making a choice, a decision that's basically for you. Okay, it's something about you not putting people before you anymore, and people that you gave a lot of grace to, a lot of, time to, just see you as a person. Okay, I do feel like a lot of people have been in your energy and have been just harvesting from your happiness. You could feel very sad at this time because it's like an energy swap has been done. Like you just feel totally exhausted, and I feel like this could be the reason why you're making the decision to kind of move independently into some sort of new beginning, which is the best thing for you to do, because it's definitely going to reap some sort of financial abundance, some sort of reward. You could be working on something, a creative project. You can be working on something that you could have been working on before, or some sort of money or income is coming your way that you are unaware of. Okay, whatever this is bringing in new prosperity, stability. You could have felt like you had to be in a connection at one point in time so that way you can have stability here, because it always is easier. Yeah, we have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like whatever is about to come from this situation is going to bring a lot of peace. It's going to bring a lot of peace because it's something that you're independently doing for yourself. There's no more negotiating. There's no more putting yourself last. There's no more, being the overgiver. It's no more of you giving everybody your time, your attention emotionally. And there's no cups out here. This is all about money. This is all about money. So you could have even entered a marriage or a connection for money. Okay, so that way things can be balanced out equal, so that way you could have a stable home, for your children. Queen of Pentacles is like, it could be a working mother. Yeah, we have the Chariot. You're moving away from this energy. You're moving away from this mindset. Okay, it's no longer a mindset of I have to be with someone or I have to be connected to these people in order to receive, in order to be stable, in order to take care of myself. Yeah, I feel like this is something that you definitely want to listen to. You have to listen to your intuition. Something is going to happen very quickly. Okay, I do feel like it is going to take a lot of resiliency. You're gonna have to stand on your own 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? Some days are gonna be easy, some days are gonna be very, very hard, but you're gonna have the courage to continue to push through this. I feel like somebody really feels like they done fucked up, because they did. And again, like I said, I feel like you have given so many people different opportunities to continuously hurt you over and over and over, and not take any accountability for the actions in which they have caused. I feel like you could be cutting people off left and right here, collective. Period. And it can feel very draining for you as well. It can feel like innocent losses. You can be very sad because you actually cared and loved these individuals, but it's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to continue to listen to your calling, or take or step into your calling. because I'm hearing step into your calling. For many of you, you could have been neglecting your calling. You could have been receiving the answers, okay? And you could have felt like you was able to take these people with you, but it's a one-man show, baby. You can't. It's like only room for one. Only room for one. This could have been a very difficult decision for you to make here, collective. But I do feel like somebody is definitely ashamed of going outside of your relationship, telling some sort of secret, sharing some sort of intimacy that they didn't have any business sharing with an outside party here. Yeah. Somebody definitely was taking, yeah, somebody was definitely just trying to be a dog. You know how some people are afraid to lose their, I don't even want to say independence, but when you getting older, and like maybe this is somebody who was a player in the past and they wanted the idea of being married, so they can be looked at differently in the community, but they still kept their player ways. This could also be a possibility of you keeping some sort of secret here because, you was trying, maybe you felt like you was helping somebody. I don't know. Maybe you felt like somebody was going to eventually change. Okay. But whatever's happening here, somebody is definitely having a very, very, very hard time with moving on from you here, collective. They are. But I feel like you are tired. You're tired of, you're tired. You're just tired. You're just tired of everything. But it's going to bring you a lot of stability, financial abundance. Okay. You have to move somewhere else. Energetically, physically, emotionally, spiritually, somewhere. You have to move somewhere else. I'm also hearing not all money is good money. So be careful if you are receiving some sort of help from somewhere. Be careful who you're receiving it from. Okay. Maybe somebody shares some sort of information about them helping you financially or something like that. We have a hidden gift. We have sadness and ending a new beginning. All right, who's finding that hidden gift? The number 9 can be significant. 9th day, 9th month. Let's see. The hidden gift. It says the angel featured on this card reflects the sadness that you feel at present or may experience sometime in the coming weeks. Something you cherish has or may come to an end soon. It is human nature to fear change and be saddened when something we love or are emotionally attached to ends. However, this card has a positive side and reminds you that every ending heralds a new beginning. This is simply a law of nature. Nothing is ever truly lost. Things simply transform. New beginnings are in store for you, brighter and lighter than ever. There is a hidden gift attached to this event. When the timing is right, you will receive a precious gift either in the form of positive news, a new revelation, or an unexpected turn of events that turns out to be in your favor. Whatever it turns out to be, it will, without a doubt, warm your heart and fill you with joy. In the meantime, be aware of the love that surrounds you. Allow it into your heart and trust. The universe is guiding events to unfold in a way that is for your highest good. This entire message was about that. Sadness and ending, a new beginning. Sadness and ending, this decision and a new beginning. It says, I trust that all is unfolding for my highest good. Love and light fill my heart. I give thanks for the blessings I receive. Every ending marks a new beginning. All lives internally, all lives internally in my heart. Guys, this is all I have for you. Okay. I just want to say good luck on your journey. Don't give up. Stay resilient. Some days will be good. Some days will be bad. But just continue to move forward. The calling is yours. You have answered it. Continue to make him happy. He will see these things. He will reward you. Just know that he got your back, okay? Again, sometimes we have to disconnect because sometimes we do get a little codependent and we do, get with people to help us along the way. But let me tell you something. Once someone decides to remove themselves from the situation, we're left with whom? Ourselves. So maybe it's something where, you just have to build more stability on your own, so that way if anyone comes and goes from your life, you will not be without. Guys, this is your message. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next time, namaste.